Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now today's episode is being brought to you by popular demand. Many people, especially on TikTok, have been requesting that we do a podcast episode on insomnia. And if you're not already following us on every social media platform, do so under Acupuncture is My Life. With the exception of Twitter, we're at Acu_is_my_life. As well as even check out our website, acupunctureismylife.com. Interesting information there, and you can also even subscribe to our newsletter. Now, this popular request is on the subject of insomnia because many individuals are having trouble with sleeping, and this has been going on for some time, and it's become chronic to many individuals. And there's been many individuals globally that have been turning to Acupuncture is My Life, doing virtual sessions, requesting virtual sessions as well, to potentially discuss acupressure points, among other things, that can help with insomnia. But what comes as a surprise to many individuals are the several different types of insomnia. And so many individuals have come or have discussed with myself, as well as some of my colleagues globally, the fact that they're unaware of that. They thought it was just one type of insomnia. No. First, understand, insomnia is a common sleep disorder that can make it hard to fall asleep, or hard to stay asleep, or cause you to wake up too early and not be able to go back to sleep. And when you start your day, you'll feel tired, as if you didn't get enough sleep. And this disorder affects an estimated amount of, let's say, 48% of adults globally. Surprising. And this comes with how things are evolving, and more of a capitalist society globally, where there's deadlines and be to work by this time, or start work at this time, or get the kids to school, or so forth and so on. But a lesser known fact is that this condition is actually multifaceted and varied, where there's actually, believe it or not, 6 types of insomnia that may be keeping you from getting your deepest sleep or good night's sleep. What can be considered the clinical criteria for insomnia clarifies that it takes place when a regular lack of a good night's sleep affects your ability to function normally during the day. Okay? Now, with there being 6 types of insomnia, I first want to get you to understand contributing factors, as an acupuncturist would see them, contributing factors to insomnia or of insomnia, as understood by an acupuncturist. And the first one is emotional stress. Now, I say, before I begin to break down these contributing factors, I recommend that you go to the Acupuncture is My Life YouTube channel, and look over the functions of the internal organs as understood by an acupuncturist, so that you can get a better understanding in some of these podcasts as to what I'm relating to, what I'm discussing. and how, certain patterns are diagnosed, so forth and so on. Because it's all about, again, I go back to yin and yang, the balance of yin and yang. And when yin and yang is balanced, the body can heal itself. The body can regulate. Sort of like homeostasis, as defined by a physician. But one contributing factor is emotional stress. Because to an acupuncturist, anger is tied to the liver. And it can injure the liver. Too much anger, causing liver qi to stagnate. And from there create extreme levels of liver heat, which an acupuncturist would interpret as liver fire, which can disturb a person's mind. You would not sleep well when your mind is disturbed. And then there's pensiveness, which is an emotion that's tied to the spleen, and it can injure your spleen, leading to a deficiency in the production of qi and blood, which then fails to nurture the heart, and you lose control of your shin. And you would not be able to get a good night's sleep. Another contributing factor is chronic illness, because you see, when you have a chronic illness, let's say such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and so on, this tends to weaken a person's constitution over time and exhaust their kidney yin. Whereby kidney yin deficiency fails to nourish heart yin, making it deficient. And heart yang. Now keep in mind, yin is cold, yang is hot. And when yin and yang are in balance, you have normal body temperature, 98.6, 98.7. And the body's well regulated at that point. But now when yin, the cold aspect, yin becomes deficient, there's this excess heat, which in acupuncturist terms is empty heat, which would begin to agitate a person's mind. And voila, insomnia. Another can be qi deficiency of both the heart and the gallbladder. Because when heart and gallbladder qi is deficient, a person will tend to sleep lightly and awaken frequently throughout the night, sometimes accompanied with panic attacks or frightening dreams, as well as heart palpitations. Another's improper diet. Overeating of greasy, spicy foods can create stagnation of phlegm and heat in the stomach, leading the stomach qi to go up instead of down, because your stomach qi is supposed to go down, the spleen qi goes up, leading stomach qi to go up. And the heat, as a result of stagnant phlegm, again, disturbs the mind, affecting a person's sleep. And also causing acid reflux. Yep. This is why I say, sit with your local acupuncturist. They'll explain all of this to you. And once you understand, it's a whole different world. So I recommend seeing your acupuncturist for local wellness visits, as well as your physician on an annual or semi-annual basis. You can't go wrong, because health is wealth. The wealth isn't in the bank. It's not in the safe. It's not in your pocket. It's not in your purse. It's not under your mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. And it's not under the doghouse in the backyard. It's in you. It's in you. But like I said, many individuals are unaware, and so many are shocked when I explain to them that there are 6 types of insomnia. Your first one is acute insomnia, which happens when a person's having trouble sleeping. But guess what? It's short term. It's only been going on for a few weeks. It hasn't exceeded 3 months, because then if it exceeds 3 months, it's no longer acute. Now you're looking at chronic. And usually acute insomnia can be the result of some type of stressor, like losing a loved one. Now to an acupuncturist, You're dealing with grief, and grief is an emotion that's tied to the lungs. It affects lung qi, causing qi to fail to circulate properly in the chest, resulting in qi stagnation. Or even pensiveness, as I stated earlier, which tends to deplete qi in blood, can't nourish the heart, and your shin becomes unrooted. Now, sometimes this qi stagnating in the chest is also a sign of what you would consider heartburn or acid reflux. It can be. And another stressor is like taking on a new job or having an intense job. Now, when it comes to insomnia, this type of insomnia tends to resolve quickly with maybe 1 or 2 acupuncture treatments. Whereas an acupuncturist may look to reinvigorate qi circulation as well as calm a person's spirit. Okay? And the next type of insomnia is chronic insomnia, where you'll have difficulty sleeping. And difficulty sleeping can be classified as chronic insomnia when it happens at least 3 times a week for more than 3 months. Remember that. You see, people with chronic insomnia can either have trouble staying asleep or even just falling asleep. And acupuncturists understand this, because more times than not, it can be due to some sort of chronic illness having weakened a person's constitution, exhausting their kidney yin. Whereas the essence, an individual's essence, as well as the fluids within the kidneys, become deficient. And an acupuncturist would know that they would have to nourish kidney yin. Now, another type of insomnia is comorbid insomnia. Now, this form of insomnia happens as a result of some other underlying type of illness, like some type of virus or infection or even trauma. Or a person could be struggling with anxiety or depression that keeps them awake at night, or having acid reflux that wakes you up in the middle of the night, even struggling with back pain, which also makes it hard to sleep based on the position. Back pain, an acupuncturist will look to invigorate qi in blood, assess the kidney meridian. Acid reflux, what does that have to do with a person's middle jowl, stomach, and spleen? Which direction is qi going in? Could be. These are possibilities. Another form of insomnia is onset insomnia. Now, I know a lot of you are like, wow, I didn't know this, because I get this a lot. But onset insomnia is basically having difficulty falling asleep at the beginning of the night. Individuals diagnosed with onset insomnia, it takes them roughly about half hour to an hour to fall asleep once they lie down. And in cases such as this, an acupuncturist may even look to recommend an herbal formula to assist with onset insomnia. Because herbal formula is very effective in treating that. But you know what? If you're operating a vehicle right now, do me a favor, pull it over to the side of the road. If you're crossing the street, hurry up and safely get across the street. And if you're carrying or lifting something heavy, take a moment and rest it down. I need everyone in a relaxed position right now, or relaxed state, because I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. Now, another form of insomnia is maintenance insomnia. Individuals with this type of insomnia, they don't have a problem falling asleep, but they tend to wake up in the middle of the night and have trouble getting back to sleep. To an acupuncturist, that can be issues with the liver meridian, the spiritual aspect of the liver, which is the ethereal soul. This is why I say sit with your local acupuncturist, because they would have to fully assess you to make that determination. I'm just throwing things out as potentials, cervix examples. Another form of insomnia is psychophysiological insomnia. Yeah, I see the eyebrows going up. You know, this is a type of insomnia where you're saying to yourself, tonight I'm going to sleep 8 hours. I'm getting 8 hours of sleep tonight. I have to, so that I'm well rested and so forth. And you're concentrating on, you're focused on, I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep. And guess what usually happens? You don't get 8 hours of sleep. And then you're upset the next morning. That's termed as psychophysiological insomnia. You just rest, which you should do. It's just relax. I'm not even going to say what you should do. You should see what you should do. You should see your local acupuncturist, and they'll get you through this just fine. Acupuncture is great for insomnia. Excellent. And this is why you must make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?